So don't mind me. I'm about to get ready for the gym because health is wealth. And, I want to be skin out all summer, body all winter. I want to give you hoes the blues, okay? And it just gives me such gratification that my haters are not doing as well as me. I can't even lie. Like, it's something about knowing I can be like, well, yeah, ho, but look at you. I don't know, it does something for my spirit. So it's neither here nor there. But hey, Couture Base, we're going to be talking about Kev on stage and his litmus test for dating. We're going to be talking about the political grifters. Baby, they are getting dog to walk on all the social media apps, baby. Ever since the Voters' Right Act of the 15th Amendment was gutted, have you seen the girls have been cute and mute? And I've been telling y'all. So I will share on my community wall what I said about Dr. Jill Stein back in, was it 2024 or 2025? Either way, what I said about her, I think it was last year. We're going to get into that. And of course, we got to talk about Ebro because Ebro is such a liar. Why did that man get up on that podcast and lie like that? Like, that is crazy. But before we get started, like, comment, and subscribe. Tap that notification bell so you can get all the updates and alerts. And remember, opinions are not facts. Everything we say here is allegedly and for entertainment purposes solely. So sit back, relax, sip you some apple juice or my fake the vegan water, and let's get into mess. How you can like this video is by double tapping the screen or hitting those three dots right there. Thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe if you like the vibe, share if you care. How you can engage with this video, how you can hype this video, how you can send some support, how you can send gifts is by hitting those three dots right there. And for all of the Base Squad who have been sending donations, gifts, all of that, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm super appreciative of that, especially in this climate. I do use the money, baby. I use the money, okay? I use the money and I give the money to those who are in need, whether it's like friends, family, associates, like, because y'all know I'm in Asia. But I'm coming to America soon. So soon come, okay? And I'm about to be a baby. So please don't come on my platforms acting like you don't understand. And to the Base Squad who have been supporting me on all platforms, thank you. My videos have over 1,000+ views. Me just talking about the topics, and I've been expanding my reach on all platforms from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, like, because who got left off of Bad and Bougie? But let's get into the mess. So I want to start off on something that is not on the flyer. We got to talk about Klay Thompson. Tell me why Klay Thompson wants to come back to, yes, Golden State Warriors. After he did all of that, he wants to come back to California. After how he treated Steph Curry. Now, to the basketball heads who were upset about the girls saying that Klay Thompson, they didn't know who he was before he got with Megan Thee Stallion, I need y'all to understand, not everybody knows American athletes. Y'all have to stop acting like American athletes are just international powerhouses. That is not the case. If you did not play for Team USA in the Olympics, why would people know you? Hello? Why would people say, oh, well, he was a part of the Splash Brothers? Yes, but did he play for the Olympic team? See, y'all got to get outside of your domestic U.S. minds, okay? When the girls think about the athletes, they're thinking about the top athletes. They're thinking about the athletes who are known in Africa, the athletes who are known in Asia, the athletes who are known in Europe, the athletes who are known in Latin and Central America. Okay, the athletes who are known all over the diaspora of the international waters. And if they don't know you, you cannot get upset. Okay, we're talking about women who don't know these people. Y'all are so upset with the girls who don't know who these players are. Madam, whatever her name is, the UK baddie, when she was sitting up there listing some athletes, I didn't know who the hell some of them athletes are. And I lived in America, born and raised in America. I was like, who the hell is that? Who is that? Who is that? Y'all be acting like we know. Some of these athletes are not that good. Can I say it? Some of these athletes are not that good for us to know. They're not attractive. Y'all are making it seem like they're the athletes of yesteryears. Like the athletes I grew up, I was a child, and they were dominating. Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Steph Curry. Let me ask my peers. Who do they know? Do you know some basketball players, Dynamite? Do you know some basketball players?
Yeah,
Which ones?
I know Kobe. I know AI.
Allen Iverson, Kobe, yeah, because they had international acclaim. Who else?
Rajon Rondo.
Rondo, okay, yeah, he's older. Do you know some new ones?
I know John Morant.
John Morant, okay, because he's a trouble child. Do you think he's an international phenom or just domestic US?
No, he's just internet famous.
Oh, internet famous. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, y'all see the list of the man? Not everybody knows these new guys. Not everybody knows these new guys. And I'm not saying that as it's derogatory, but y'all act like because the Splash Brothers are big in the domestic US, people are supposed to know. I didn't even know who the other Splash Brothers were until I looked it up. I said, damn. I knew he was called that, but I was like, who was he the Splash Brothers with? That tells you something. That tells you something. I don't. Child. Anyways, but let's get into the topics. Hey, y'all. There's only two Splash Brothers. So the Splash Brothers was Steph and Clay. Okay. Well, I knew who Steph Curry was. Okay. I knew who Steph Curry was. Hello, 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 hello. Please get the likes up. We do not work for free. So let's get into. Do I want to do the political grifters? Yeah, because I'm going to say Ebro for the last. So the political grifters are getting dog walk on the internet right now. Who are the political grifters? Amanda Seals, Mark Lamont Hill, Killer Mike, Dr. Boyce Watkins. I didn't use Professor Claude. Eddie Claude, is that his name? The professor who told y'all not to vote at all, I didn't use him. But baby, they are dog walking them. And I love it. I love this for them because they wanted to uphold and pedestalize either male white males or white women. But they be talking about black, 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 black. Isn't that crazy? When there are black when there are black men or women running, they are silent. They are cute and mute. Case in point, Killer Mike destroyed Stacey Abrams, destroyed her whole thing because he felt like if y'all don't vote for Bernie Sanders, I'm going to destroy the whole thing. And he did. Now look at Atlanta, the most police city in America. I'm talking about they got Flacco cameras everywhere. You literally have no rights. And y'all literally signed up for that. So great. Y'all are the most heavily surveillance city in the nation, let alone the world. If you don't believe me, look it up. Look it up. Shout out to Atlanta because where's Killer Mike now? Okay, let's get into Mark Lamont Hill. He literally put Trump in office. And I love that for MAGA because they're literally MAGA pawns if we think about it. Because why would you, with all of your intellect, and this is what kills me, the girls be so smart they dumb, talking about I'm not voting for Kamala Harris, I'd rather vote for Trump. And then all of his supporters did what? They either sat out or they voted for Trump. And I'm not mad that they voted. Exercise your right to vote. But when the Voters' Right Act was dismantled because the Louisiana versus Iglesias was just voted in favor of the supremacists, he had nothing to say. He can come up here and talk about black capitalists and billionaires, but not his homegirl, Dr. Jill Stein. I told y'all the girls be showing their hand every time, but he want to talk about some free Palestine. Baby, we can't help others until we help ourselves, but y'all don't want to hear that. They love to push this, oh, I'm an independent voter, or I just, I don't have a group because they're really MAGA. We're going to get into another topic at another time. Let's get into Amanda Seals, the one hoe I really can't stand. Because I can't stand these hoes anyways, but you know, she is the biggest hoe of them all. She literally dismantled the Jasmine Crockett running, right? Y'all remember when Jasmine Crockett was out here talking about well, she took APAC money while she's taking pictures in 2026. In 2026, with who? Jill Stein, who's tied to the powers that be and hasn't done shit. So I keep telling y'all, when these hoes get up here talking about that independent this, independent that, and then talking about, well, I don't think he's a good candidate, she's a good candidate. How come she doesn't have any thoughts now? Especially with Texas. Texas, I'm a Texas voter, been a Texas voter. We can't even ask where Amanda Seals votes at because who does she vote for? Where does she live? Where is she a registered voter for? Yeah, because them hoes are political grifters. She dismantled the Democratic Party down in Texas because she said she had her and her homegirls come out here saying, you can't black girl magic your way into office when we saw what she did with Tarrant County. Now, if there were some policies you didn't agree with, or you felt like she should have been a little bit more vocal for, or you felt like she shouldn't even included brown people, cool. But if you don't understand Texas politics, I wouldn't expect for you to understand why we're including brown people. So that's okay. That's neither here nor there. But now it's going to go to Ken Paxton. If you think James Tellerico is going to win when he isolated the black voters into some of those black political grifters who wanted to come out and say, well, he is progressive, what progressive law has he put in place? When we are talking Texas politics, our problem has always been the corporations. You would know that if you were a registered voter in Texas. Our problem has always been they align with the billionaires and the Christian community, and it's destroying and dismantling Texas as a whole. Hello. All of the hospitals just closed up. They had the biggest child hospital in Texas. It's gone. What did they do with the money? But Amanda Seals doesn't know that because that hoe don't live in Texas. She don't understand Texas politics. But she was over there speaking very vocally about Jasmine Crockett. And she had Jasmine Crockett on her platform. And that just goes to show these hoes are paid opposition. Now let's get into Dr. Boyce Watkins. Okay. Y'all love Mr. Moneyman. He's a capitalist himself. He always flipping with the coin. Always flipping with the coin. Am I upset with that? No, but this hoe is out here part of the problem. And here we have the Voters' Right Act dismantled, gutted, 15th Amendment, and now they're coming up with, weak talking points talking about they want to talk behind the paywall. No, ho, you was very loud and vocal for free. For free. Now you don't want to talk about the Voters' Right Act, how they came and dismantled the 15th Amendment. You don't understand that? You don't want to tell the people what we can do because you bitches are part of the problem. We had very illustrious leaders who actually had things in place and y'all didn't want to stand behind them because of your own self-gratification. Y'all are very malignant to the community and y'all like to go black, 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 but you're always standing next to somebody white, somebody very treacherous, somebody who hasn't done anything. And let's clear some shit up because y'all talked about Kamala Harris locking up all these black men, but y'all don't understand the architects of some of that legislature that was locking up the black men had Bernie Sanders pin on it. Yes, like, why do y'all be acting like y'all don't understand? Why do y'all be acting like y'all don't understand? Y'all be, and this is why I say the red pill community has done a number on a lot of the black political grifters because they are banking on y'all being illiterate. I have never been illiterate. I graduated at the top of my class in high school and in college. Okay? Read, write very well. Comprehension skills through the roof. I don't need help. So when I saw them kids, them black kids out here embarrassing themselves and they mad at the boy with the camera instead of the kids who can't fucking read, I knew we had a literacy crisis then. Shout out to George Bush though, because crack did never do nothing like this. That No Child Left Behind did a number because look at y'all. Y'all are failing open book tests. Y'all are failing open book tests. Y'all are the same people when people was out here saying, I don't know, John Fetterman is not his normal stuff. And y'all were like, no, 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 let's vote him in. And he got in, he turned into MAGA's biggest supporter. Make it make sense. They policing y'all communities. They added more ICE agents to y'all communities. They got the ICE agents out here with meta glasses out here scanning your face. That's why I said wear a mask. Start going back to wearing masks. Start going back to wearing masks when you're out in public because there's cameras everywhere. Why are they stalking y'all with cameras that you didn't agree to? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. But yet they want to go behind the paywalls and talk to y'all about, well, if you just give a small donation of $19.99, I can tell you what you need to do to foster a better community. Please, when you align with supremacist values, you align with the MAGA party. You might as well been the architects for Project 2025. Okay, and they're already into Project 2026. Y'all don't know that because some of y'all are going to be wearing the red hoods out here with your head down, out here doing the bidding of the white supremacy. It sounds to me like some of y'all want to be on that plantation because you want to know what it's like to really be oppressed. I ain't never been one. I ain't never been one. When they said crack is whack, I believed them. When they said don't do hardcore drugs, I believed them. I don't have to try nothing out to believe what it's going to do to the people because some of my faves who I listened to was on the hard narcotics and they told us what it was doing. You could see the aftermath of what it did. The pill poppers, the shooters, okay, the snorters, okay, the sippers. I saw what it did. I saw what it did because I am somebody who's a visual learner. I don't need to experience it myself, but some of y'all need to experience it, and you are about to. You are about to. Don't worry because your saviors, the Amanda Seals, but they always right. Amanda Seals didn't have nothing to say about the Voters' Right Act being guarded, but she wants to talk to you about how the Democratic class is oppressive to the Black community when it's really systematic oppression. So what is the Independent Party doing now? Kamala Harris lost. What is the Independent Party doing now? Nothing. Mark Lamont Hill. What is the Independent Party doing now? What is Free Palestine doing for us now? Nothing. Oh, okay, because they grifting. I told you, when the girls who are super educated are on these platforms, they're only there because they have nowhere else to go. They can grift no more. The money dried up. Is he talking about what's going on in Philadelphia? Isn't that where he's from? Is he talking about what's going on in Philadelphia? Are they talking about the child predators? I just find it so amazing how they have nothing to say about their homegirl who is tied to JE, but they want to come in here. You're talking about the whites don't like the blacks, but y'all are over there with the biggest whites that don't like the blacks. Y'all, please. Miss me with the bullshit. Okay? Killer Mac, where you at? Where you at? Dr. Boyce Watkins, where you at? Oh, grifting. Grifting. Doing what they do best. So now that they're getting whooped on social media, I am here for it. Continue to put belt ass. Continue. Why do I care? Y'all love to talk about systemic issues and be tied to supremacy. It's crazy. Please don't argue with the trolls in the chat, okay? I told y'all the trolls in the chat are just paid opposition. We don't listen to them unless they got dollars and cents to their foolishness. Now, moving right along, let's get into Ebro. Ebro decided at his big age to say that Thriller was not like that. Come again? Thriller was not like that? Ebro, like... It's hard for me to understand where Ebro stands because it's given, you're just saying anything at this point. Thriller is the pinnacle of albums, artistic creation, creativity, and innovation. That is what people, put their work next to when they're out here getting to it. Thriller did something that changed the trajectory of music. And he's literally saying, well, it had skips in it. Huh? Ooh, where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the checkup. Run the checkup. And run the check up. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Say Hudson, say Hudson be coming up in here with the body, with the body. And it's a Sunday. She knows I like the ice cream. Stop listening to Ebro and another self-hating biracial. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ebro from Hot 97. Y'all don't know who Ebro is? Ebro is from Hot 97. The guy who be doing the Apple Music Radio. The Apple Music Radio. Listen, a lot of y'all want my attention and y'all be spewing propaganda talking points. It's not gonna work, baby. I don't know why y'all want me to believe in the bullshit. Okay. Y'all be talking about some, and we're gonna get back on the Ebro. Y'all want to talk about all this funded, this funded, this funded. Marion Ellison funded James Tellerico, and you want me to vote for her? Vote for him, and he has the ideology of her. She's not even a Texas voter. She's just a billionaire from the powers that be who came over to Texas and was mad that they didn't put a casino down there. Like, oh my God. It's like crazy. Ebro is just mad just to be mad. I don't understand Ebro. And here's my thing. We're talking about Thriller. Let's get into the 3 albums of Michael's that I just felt, well, 4. He had Off the Wall, that's after the Jackson 5. He had Thriller. He had Bad. And then the one where he was like, it doesn't matter if you're black or white. I forget the name of that album. Where he did it right after the Grammys played in his face with Bad. If you remember, put a 1 in the chat. Michael Jackson crushed the sales, broke the charts with Bad. He did. He did. Right? And they played in his face with Bad because of how he swept with Thriller. And you can see, run the clip back, you can see him sitting there seething in his seat because of how they played in his face. I am a huge Michael Jackson fan. Okay, when it comes to the artistry, the artwork, the blueprint, just the things he was able to do, his intellect, how he understood capitalism, how he knew from Gary, Indiana, how to work these powers that be, like, you're not going to play in my face. And he understood very well, right? And I always tell you, when they want you up out of here, they're going to find a way. So they found a way. But Michael's Thriller, for Ebro to say that, he was just looking for attention. Ebro is lying. Because what song, I wish he would have said what song he didn't like on Thriller, that he felt like Thriller is not the standard. Because Thriller had Thriller. Thriller had Thriller. You had PYT. Baby, Michael Jackson was in his bag. Where did you come from, baby? The glove in itself. Like, he changed how he looked, his aesthetic. Baby, he tapped in. Isn't Michael Jackson a Virgo? I loved Bad and Dangerous. Dangerous was the other album, right? Smooth Criminal. You've been knocked down. You've been hit by a smooth criminal. Man, I mean, y'all, the things I used to do to Mama Babe, please, 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 please. I had the Thriller jacket as a child. I knew I was a force to be reckoned with. Do you understand? Billie Jean, Annie, are you okay? Okay. I love the Moonwalker movie too. Yes. He's a Virgo? I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Yes. Yes. Everybody remixes Michael. Lady of My Life. Like him and the Paul McCartney joint. People just like to pretend like Michael Jackson is one of the most. It's Michael Jackson, it's Prince, and it's Dionne Warwick are the most remix artists of our time. And of course, Marvin Gaye. Of course, Marvin Gaye. They don't like to give Marvin Gaye his things because he was like abusive. But if you understood his story and like things of that nature, then you'll understand. Baby, them people was high. I keep telling y'all when people get on a little party favor. And the choice that they used to use was heroin. What do you think they're gonna be doing? You think they're gonna be lovey dovey? Like, please. Their drug on choice was heroin. Okay, they was over there grinding their teeth. We saw the clips of James Brown, higher than Cooter Brown, out here performing, spinning, dipping, and was going home knocking the girls between the washer and dry. Like, that doesn't take away from their greatness. It just shows their complexities of how they were great to the public, demons behind the scenes. Like, why do y'all act like multiple things can't be right at the same time? We only hold our Black creatives to these weird standards that we don't hold other people to. Because a lot of people are problematic in the art world. If you're in the business of art, you're not always going to be um, a saint. Artistry taps into the most Luciferian spirits. If you know, you know. Y'all be reading that Bible and don't be knowing shit. That's what be killing me. That's what be killing me. Y'all be in that book of spells and don't know nothing. He worked with R. Kelly a lot, no shade. But R. Kelly, and here we go. R. Kelly was into some things I'm not for, but musicality wise, should we ignore the musicality because he's a demon? Because if that's the case, there's a lot of people y'all need to stop playing. Elvis, Taylor, and if we got to take it back to the Gap, Johnny Cash, like the saints of music aren't really good. And I know y'all gonna get upset about that, but the saints of music are not great creatives. That's why people love Madonna. That's why people love Beyonce. That's why people love the Jay-Z's, the Drakes, the Rihannas. They love the Garth Brooks. Who else? Who else? Who else? The Johnny Cashes. You know, the Loretta Lynn's, the Patty Dukes, the Patty LaBelles, like the Arethas, because they use their trauma and put it in the music. I'm just telling y'all what it is. Like, if you think there's a saint in creativity and ingenuity, I'm here to tell y'all, baby, they dabble in something. They dabble in something because for you to have such a creative perspective, you're either dabbling in the party favors, you're either out here knocking holes between the washer and dryer, or you're doing something illegal. I'm just here to tell y'all that. And that's on big arts. That's on big arts. I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you. They doing a little something, something. They're doing a little 1 2 1 2. It's unfortunate. Like, hell, we can even take it back to Kurt Cobain. They're Nirvanas of the world. They're doing something. They're tapping into something. What did the man say? Howlin' Wolf, he went to the graveyard and told the devil, you make me one of the best and I'll do your bidding for you? Baby, why are you going to the devil? Y'all better get into the stories. Are y'all not listening to the music? I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You think Jimi Hendrix is out here playing like that because he wanted to? Like, no. Please don't cuss in the chat. Please don't cuss in the chat. Anyways, let's get into Kev on Stage. So Kev on Stage said there is a dating test that you should do. And it will show, it will magnify. He literally, I'm paraphrasing, but it will magnify, like, is this person you're sitting across from, are they illiterate or not? That's basically what he said. Case in point, he said the whole Megan the Stallion is bringing out the most misogynistic views, right? And he said, you don't even have to like her, but he said just the things that people are saying. And I'm not talking about the ones who are saying accountability. We're not talking about them, so we're clear. He's talking about just how they articulate their message. And I saw another creator say that she didn't know so many men she grew up with, hung with, party with were misogynistic. And I told y'all from the very beginning when the red pill movement was a thing, I said there are more men in your community, in your direct association of your community, that are red pill, that are uh pick me's and mal-identified than y'all know. And I said this because of not only was I getting dragged, people who claimed they had love for me, affinity for me, were over there watching the red pillers say the most egregious, heinous, malignant, narcissistic, abusive things about me, right? But those people died. Because the Lord I serve, yeah, those people died. And that's on Big Mama. Those people died. And I was like, for you to speak to speak death on my name, you hoes have y'all have no clue who the fuck I am for real. So all those people died. All of them. A pimp named Sinful died. Kevin died. The other misogynistic man died, right? And their family and friends is out here lost and confused. Baby, y'all be speaking on people who've been prayed over before they even got on this earth. Okay? I told y'all I'm a pure soul. I don't do the hate. And all I simply said was their views and talking points are going to be destructive for the community. I said that 6 years ago. Boom, here we are 6 years later. Women are finding people are not only spewing red pill rhetoric, they believe in it. And it has nothing to do with Megan, right? It has everything to do about the individual. And then he was like, we can even take it a step further. You can even add in there, like, what are your political thoughts? And some of y'all are going to be shocked and surprised. And y'all are like, well, why would we do that? Because, baby, if a man doesn't like you, it's going to show up in his thoughts about women. And I need women to understand these men are not playing. I am not a safe space for the misogynistic men, the red pillars, the pick me, and the male identified. I am not, because these hoes will have you out here. Well, it's just a difference of opinion right on that plantation. They're going to have you, oh, it's just a difference of opinion right into the handmaid's tale. It's just a difference of opinion right into oppression. I can't afford that. Maybe some of y'all can. I cannot. I cannot. I am not a safe space for them. I have unfriended a bunch of people who've been, oh, they just because they didn't say it outwardly, they're sharing things and they're laughing about it and they're saying stuff like, yeah, get that bitch. Whoa. When do you start talking like that, unfriend? Without warning. Without warning. Because you don't speak on the geopolitical genocide. You don't speak on children being harmed. You don't speak on the kidnapping of men, women, and children. You don't speak on the organ harvesting. You don't speak on the gutting of the 15th Amendment and how they're attacking the 14th Amendment. You don't speak on the maternal health crisis. You don't speak on nothing that affects your children, you, your wives, your girlfriends, nothing. But here you are. Here you are spewing red pill rhetoric, and I'm just supposed to be like, well, it's just a difference of opinion. What kind of pick me male identified ish is that? No. It's harmful, it's dangerous, and it's disingenuous. I never said I was a prophet, but if you feel I'm a prophet, that's you, you know? And this is what I'm talking about. The literacy in America is child, and that's how I know this is an American person because they will make something up. I never said that. And that's another thing they don't talk about the literacy rates in America, baby. It shows in y'all thoughts, y'all critiques, the gaslighting y'all do, how y'all be trying to triangulate certain things. And I'm just like, are you hoes okay? You're clearly not okay because y'all will just say anything. The He-Man Woman Haters Club. You remember that? Baby? Oh my goodness. Yes, we used to say that all the time. It's always a distraction. They have to distract because they can't stay on point. What Kev said was very truthful, very impactful, and people are mad. Kev on stage has literally, ever since he started deconstructing Christianity, ooh, baby, here come the girls. They're always upset. It's always upset, okay? They always mad. They like to move the goalposts. We can literally be up here talking about how, hey, this is what it is, and they'll go, like case in point when Clay and Megan broke up, they were like, well, Nicki Minaj, they're only bringing up the Nicki Minaj thing because they want to take off of Megan what? Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson have been trending for days. Trending for days. And y'all are just saying it's a minority group online. Baby, it's not a minority. It's not a minority. These are people y'all know. These are people y'all know with these weak, crazy talking points. The Daily Wire just lied on Klay Thompson and they got busted. And then instead of issuing an apology, they did a post and delete. It's not just minorities and mute talking points and oh, it's just mosquito. Baby, these are people loud and proud. What are y'all talking about? Okay. They can't stay on point. You have jump topics. And let me tell you something. Again, you could tell the literacy in America. Look at them. And that's why I always leave the comments up. This is why I always leave the comments up because if you don't know how they all triangulate and how they all align with what I'm talking about, then you are the problem. You are the problem. We are talking about Kev on stage and what's going on, and you're upset because I tied it together? Baby, free the girls. Free the girls. Free the girls. Because at this point, not only are y'all illiterate, y'all are stupid. Stupid. You can only keyboard bang because that's how you get off. You can't afford a dominatrix, so you feel like you come into women's spaces to spew your red pill pick me male identified ideology, and you think it's going to fly here because other people allow and tolerate your abuses because they feel like they need you for some sort of something. I don't need you, ho. I've been Bree before you even got here. You're here because some weak, weird bitch who's still obsessed over me paid you to be a bot in my chat, ho. You are a paid bot. Do your job, ho. Like, if you're gonna be lost, just say that. If you're gonna be stupid, just say that. But please, please stop acting like you over here with your Twitter fingers doing something for me. You're not doing nothing for me, ho, but distracting the chat. I keep ignoring you and you keep saying the same few things over and over. Paid bots. Listen, I knew I was that girl when your favorite blogger's favorite blogger had an issue with me. I don't have an issue with these hoes. I don't even focus on them hoes. Where are them broke ass hoes at now? Nowhere to be found, but they found you, you weak ass, idiotic, simple minded bitch. That's what y'all are. And look at you, writing more paragraphs. Look at them. They don't even know what to do. They just writing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. That's why we leave the chat up. That's why we leave the That's why we leave the chat up. Like I said, if people are spewing the thoughts like this, baby, run for the hills, run for the hills. These are the people who are raising the children, who are going to date your children, your nieces and nephews, your grandchildren. Here they are. Here they are. Here they are. And they're only commenting like that because talking for free, doing broke bitch shit is what they can do. Yup, look at them. Look at them. I got them triggered. That's why they writing paragraphs. Who are you? You never come over here. You are a nobody. You're not Bay Squad. Who are you? You are a paid op. I always tell y'all, baby, the number one thing you could do in America is not subscribe. Y'all literally want to be pretend triggered. You're not triggered. I want to be mad as hoe, but here you are in my chat. Yeah, because I got your attention. Now keep typing, bitch. Anyways, like I said, you can always tell. And this is what Kev on Stage is talking about. This is what Kev on Stage is talking about. You see it? Shout out to the replay blade because y'all gonna see it. And they can't delete all their comments. They can't mass delete all their comments. That is the joy I have when I see them. Cause they be like, ah, on their keyboard banging. Cause I got their attention. Who controls who? I control you, ho. Keep typing. Keep typing. Child, y'all better learn how to tap into your true power and control these hoes. Look at them. Now they mad because they're like, oh shit. Yeah, keep typing, ho. Mm-hmm. Keep typing. Keep typing. Look at them. Look at them. Now they caught themselves and now they don't want to write paragraphs. Bay Squad, let me tell you, that's how you trick these hoes out their spot. Get in there and type your thoughts. Because I'm going to get paid off of you. I'm getting paid off of you. Cha-ching, clock it. Y'all don't even know how it works. That's how you know they pay bots. Laughing all the way to the bank. Got them. Anyways, y'all, what are y'all thoughts on this? What are your opinions? Something I saw today, and I've been seeing it for a long time. Get you a copper bracelet, a real copper bracelet. Get you a real copper bracelet. Put it on your children. Put it on you. Get you a real copper bracelet. I said this to my sister a few years back when they took my tonsils out. I said everybody in the staff had a copper bracelet on, and I didn't understand why. And my sister said something to me. I'm not going to repeat it here, but get you a real copper bracelet. Y'all need it. You need it. And if you can convert your pipes, convert them to copper as well. Get rid of your plastics slowly, because I know times are hard. Get rid of the plastic slowly. You need glassware. If you don't have glassware, shout out to my sister. When she got pregnant, she said it out of nowhere, and my mom got glassware all through her house. You need to stop drinking out of the plastic. Drink out of glass or metal, preferably copper. Glass or metal, okay? I know. But slowly start, doing your parts, okay? And stop using McCormick seasonings. Stop using McCormick seasonings, okay? Stop using McCormick seasonings, okay? Dave, you see how they're upset? I told you, getting them, got under their skin, got them, and I'm about to get paid all the way to the bank, sipping lemonade in the shade. Ooh, I got them so mad. I love provoking the demons because you should have sat back and ate your food, but you want to be over here. You want to be in my business. You want to distract the Bay Squad, and it won't work because the Bay Squad and I, we worked on when the troll gang get up in here, when the keyboard thugs get in here, ignore them. Stop talking to them. They be talking to themselves because that's what they get paid to do. They're paid opposition. And you're like, well, why would someone pay bots to come in your chat? Because these hoes see what it is. You see how I be shining bright like a diamond? I can come up in here busted, still get the views. I can come up in here beautiful, still get the views. They are obsessed. What did Mariah Carey say? Why are you so obsessed with me? Why are you so obsessed with me? All you have to do is click out and leave, and they can't because they get paid. Look at them. They're so desperate. They're so desperate. Birds. I told y'all, there are more birds on the ground than there are in the sky. There's... Look at them just... I love that for them. And on that note, what are your thoughts, Bay Squad? What are your opinions? Make sure you drink out of metal or glass. Real metal, real glass. Real metal, real glass. Get you a copper bracelet and stop using McCormick seasoning. And on that note, comment down below. I gotta go. Bye, hoes.